All are engaged here. Told you last year, you got to get gear here and get going. We started out, I can just reflect back to the Sunday that we started, sitting in my living room and just sharing our goals and our desires this year and making commitments to follow the win-win concept of Biola soccer. And it's just been a really good year. I think this has been close as of an experience as I think we can get to being a team, where everybody really was team, everybody committed to each other, everybody participated this year. And I think it was I told the guys in our end of the year session in the locker room there that if there really is a truly integration of faith and athletics, I feel this team is knocking on the door as such. And there's been some tremendous examples of Christ-likeness and commitment to each other in that. So it's been an exciting team for us this year. I think that the team building that we had in the Arizona and Utah trips were awesome this year. They were fun trips. We had a good time. But as I look back on those times, I really cherish, especially a couple of the sessions where we really had with each other in the hotel alone. And that. So we started out with our team building. There were some big wins. I think UCI was a big win for these guys and for Biola program. Late in the year, we didn't get a lot of Longo points on UCI, but as they finished up their year, they beat San Diego State and UC Santa Barbara, and they really moved up in and did quite well in their level. They're probably in the middle as such, and we would be picking up probably many more points on Longo. But UCI played UCLA, which was ranked 4th in the nation, to a 1-0 loss, and they gave Cal State Fullerton all they could handle with a 2-0 loss there, which is ranked, I think, 7th. I don't know whether they've dropped since that time. So we really beat a quality team, and that was an exciting win for us. UCSD is always a great win. They always do well. They're always an A or B team, and usually they're representing Division III at the national level. But it's an outstanding program, outstanding facility, and they have outstanding coaches, and it's tough to beat them down there at UCSD. This is one of the few times that we beat them at home, but we don't beat them down there often, and that was a big win for us this year. The Masters win. It's always good to beat our rivals and schools that are really compatible for us, but we really beat them this year, and that was fun. And it was good to see one of their own be one of the crucial guys in that. So that was really enjoyable for us since we beat Humble Pie for a few years with them in that. But that was a big win for us. You know, Christian Heritage was a big win. They're new to our conference, but they were a quality team. And they gave everybody a lot to handle. I think they kind of burned out towards the end of the year and didn't do as well once they got a few losses under their belt. But we came into Christian Heritage after 2 tough losses. Right there in the middle, and I mean SEC and even Point Loma first, we hammered those guys. We were unlucky, and especially the Point Loma game was really a down game for us. I don't think we had as much energy and emotion in that game as we probably should have had. And I really liked the way the guys responded in the practice after Point Loma, and I think that shows a little bit of the character that these guys have here. When I asked them, guys, do we need to talk about this? And I think Nate was the first one. No, Coach, we're ready to go on. And they were. I think we only had 1 loss after that. We went on and won the rest of our games and tied 2 nationally ranked teams on that. And I think that expresses a little bit of the character to go down to Christian Heritage the next game, away down there, and to come home with a really important win that I think finished up our season on a high note down there. The 8 consecutive wins was fun. It's just nothing. We can always honor Christ out here, and winning and losing can build character, and we could reap eternal rewards, and we always have that win aspect of honoring Christ in all our situations, but it's fun to win. And that was really a highlight of this year's team as they tied the all-time consecutive wins of 8. They should have had 9. We were just a little unlucky down there at SEC in that 9th game. And 7-2-1 in non-conference. I mean, we had some pretty good teams that we played with, and they went on and proved that to the rest of the year. But that was that might be the best non-conference record that I've had as a coach in soccer. We definitely finished up in the top 10 with wins in the 35 years of Viola history. This is a year of the team where every individual made a contribution. I wonder, guys, if you would stand when I talk about you this evening here. I want to talk what I have labeled the gentle giants. Kevin, Eddie, and David. Will you guys please stand while I talk about my gentle giants? 3 individuals that don't command attention, hardly know that they're there, humble, and spirited guys for the team. Kevin can get into it. He's got a quiet intensity. You know, his explosive shot will come out of nowhere. We've seen that one a few times. He has great distribution skills. He has outstanding defense. Kevin, you're a total package. Eddie, when I think of Eddie, man, awesome skill. What a touch. He has he just has he's like a rhythm out there when he's on the ball. And what a gracious spirit, and definitely a desire to honor God in his soccer. Eddie, I respect that. David Munoz. David, great ball distribution. I've seen you put so many balls on a striker's feet for him to finish. And your ability to finish 3 games, you had a career this year. Awesome. Player of the week. But more than anything, David, you have a love for your teammates. And it's expressed in your sensitivity and caring spirit. Our gentle giants, they contributed to this team. We could not have the year without these guys. The next group, Joe. I've labeled this next group the freshmen. We won't get all 3 of them up here at this time, but I'll have Joe and Jeremy, if you guys would stand at this time. You know, these guys were impact players in high school. All CIF players, leaders in their school and church group, president, ASB president. And I saw these qualities come to the forefront as they enriched this team this year. Who would have a greater impact on the field? These guys would have a greater impact on their fields if they'd had the opportunities. But they're behind outstanding starters. I expect you guys to be big contributors next year. Congratulations. Yeah. We talk a team, we have to talk about our transfers. Ezekiel Paz, Mike Morgan, you guys stand. When I think of you, Ezekiel, I think of your spirit, your great spirit. Ezekiel, work ethic. I really respect the way you work. And your skill, and definitely the toughest tackle around. Everybody in practice is running from Ezekiel. Or they're trying to get him on their team, that's for sure. Tenacious in marking ability. Zeke, you've brought something special to Viola Soccer, and you'll continue to be an impact player here. Mike, you've brought experience, leadership to the defense, highlight game against APU and UCI. They were exceptional. And you definitely were a big reason for our success this year. Congratulations, guys. You know, we don't have too many transfers in our program with the 30 units of Bible requirements. It's pretty tough to come in to transfer and make all those up. And most of the time we've got young freshmen coming in here. But I really believe that God worked, especially in Mike and Zeke, and divinely bringing them here to Viola. And looking forward to your future growth here at Viola. I think I'll call this next individual our miracle. Jason Prince, will you stand up? This is our miracle. You know, the second keeper can make or break a season. We had to literally pray Jason on the team as the door opened for him to participate 2 days into the training camp. And what an addition to our team. Paul Giz says, Jason has been a joy to coach. Jason, your work ethic and contribution to practice have been invaluable and unmeasurable impact on this season. Thank you, Jason. Our character. I enabled this guy, the character, Steve Harder. Steve, Steve, you're a good balance for me, Steve. You make things fun. You have the temperament that keeps things loose. You keep your focus on the purpose at hand. You played a major role up front, controlling in the air, heading on dangerous balls for your teammates to finish. Your goal at Colorado College was a highlight goal. Just ask their coach. Congratulations on your success this year. You have lots of potential for the future. Thanks, Steve. Well, this guy I labeled as our missionary, Yutaka Sakano. Yutaka? All right. Yutaka, you've brought a love for soccer and an international flavor to our team. Your servant spirit contributed to the team. I see you as our missionary to Japan as an MAI representative. It was exciting to see you score a hat trick in your club game. Thanks, Yutaka. This guy, I call him my rock of Gibraltar. My rock. Is that enough here? Brad, would you stand here? You know, Brad, you were a stabilizing force in our stopper position this year. You dominated in the air. You could make a stick when it counts. And your goal at Cal State LA and Laverne were outstanding. Most of all, Brad, your heart for God and pastoral gifts were a great addition to our team. Thank you. And how about our coach of the future, Blair Newman? You know, Blair, you probably could fit in with those gentle giants that we just introduced a few minutes ago. You know, your presence isn't noticed until you're not there. Your absence at Westmont has just greatly influenced our team. Your explosive speed, and defensive contribution influenced our team. You impacted our success. You know, Blair, the Masters game was vintage Blair, as you totally dominated their top player. Your impact on your teammates and their success cannot be measured. Thanks, Blair. I'd like to just recognize a couple individuals that on a daily basis minister to our team. And probably the most important person to an athlete is his physical therapist and his trainer. And John Weesey has put in a tremendous amount of time for our whole department, but especially he has a tremendous love for kids, I think, and you sense that in his training spirit in that. And I'd like John to come forward and to recognize his contribution to our team and a small gift from us.
I'd like to say thank you, and what Coach was saying earlier about the integration of faith and sport, I think the men's soccer program, and not to play to different sports, but the men's soccer team under Coach's leadership has always represented that through my dozen years here or whatever. Men's soccer has consistently been a great integration of those two aspects. Thank you.
Thank you, Viola soccer players. You know, there's been a guy that's been special this year, and, you know, at first I wasn't sure how Mav was going to fit into the program here, you know. I mean, he comes by my office every day and cheers me up and catches me up on the latest, man. I've been up on everything. Mav is a walking newspaper, right? He knows everything in that. But Mav, you've been fun. Where are you at? Looking for you. All right. You've been fun, and you've really contributed to this team, and I just really appreciate the efforts that you made to keep games going for us and helping John and that. And the guys have really appreciated you. And in honor of your commitment to us and your service to us, the guys signed the ball for you. Came out of clock here. Thank you very much. And let's go get an extra, guys. At this time, I think we'll change pace here, and we heard enough Coach Orr at this moment. We'll catch our breath. I'll come back at you. And we're going to just reflect on some of the fun things and maybe unfun things that happened this year. We share our video. It's about 18 minutes here. It'll take us a few minutes to get it set up. And then Mike, you're going to handle the lights for me. Jamin Reynolds. You overcome a spring of trials to achieve in your studies, soccer, and relationships. You, along with the gentle giants, have the opportunity to impact the future of Viola soccer. You have the God-given ability to fill the shoes of Nate. Soccer, being a team sport, doesn't always recognize those who are responsible for team success, especially defensive players. If Fresno's Contreras is the GSAC Player of the Year, then the defender who has kept him scoreless in 3 years definitely is the Eagle of the Year. Congratulations. Benjamin Orr. Ben has the ability to see the whole field, the skill to one touch, strong shot with either foot. He can target, hold the ball, and distribute to the backside of the defense. He is strong in the air and dangerous on set pieces. He has the ability to win one-on-ones, cross the ball to feet, and is most dangerous from 20 to 35 yards. Ben was a risk taker. Ben was a risk taker who gave others the opportunity to have a meaningful experience. Many don't appreciate or understand the impact and the price you paid for your teammates in Viola soccer. Those that know the game and had to beat us did, because they marked you with a man marker, covered you with a sweeper, and squeezed you with a stopper. That's why opposing coaches have voted you first team all GSEC. You have had a major impact for 4 years. Ben, you're our Offensive Player of the Year. Mark Wade. Quick reaction of any keeper, very good hands, strong distribution, can play the ball with his feet offensively with great skill, can dominate the box off his line or in the air, seldom out of position, definitely our strongest competitor with awesome range in the goal. You talk about an impact player this year, and Mark Wade is a competitor in the purest sense, who anchored our defense. Your saves are poetry in motion, as breathtaking as Yosemite on a winter day. The uncommon become the expected. Mark Wade, all GSAC player, Defensive Player of the Year. Matt Warner. When you talk about most improved, it's a unanimous choice. Matt stepped off the bench to play a key role as a starter. Nobody has a love for the game, works harder than Matt. Matt's love for his teammates and Christian spirit puts him head and shoulders above the rest. Most improved player, Matt Warner. Tommy Higgins. For 3 years, Tommy hasn't been a starter as a marking back. This year, Tommy was used as a utility player. He stepped in at UCI in the stopper position to play probably the best game of his career. His goal in Utah is an all-time highlight goal to help the team win a game in overtime. Tommy is always building up his teammates. He's always played with heart, has a deep love for God and Kendra. You know, Tommy, along with Blair, and you've seen their relationship in the film there. Tommy, along with Blair, have been outstanding representatives of Biola soccer. As their sportsmanship has been impeccable. Thanks for playing a role that has been an impact on your teammates, your coaches, and your school. Truly a coach's treasure, the Coach's Award winner of the year. Sean Cole. As a freshman, Sean stepped into an immediate role on the field. He responded by scoring a key goal in the UCI win and a highlight goal against Hope. He has a dangerous corner kick, can play the ball one touch in the box, and should be a major contributor in the future. Freshman Athlete of the Year, Sean Cole. Troy Winger. For 5 years, Troy has played a role in Biola soccer. He has a big heart and a great love for the game. His leadership has been invaluable. During his redshirt year, he contributed like a coach. He has a powerful left shot that scored many winning goals. Overcoming the adversity of his injury was inspiring to his teammates. His desire to give his best was demonstrated when he continually played with pain. His many hours in the training room, in addition to his soccer training, showed his sacrifice and commitment to the team. Truly most deserving of the Leadership Award and the Biola Soccer Hall of Fame Award, Troy Winger. This time we'll change gears again. This is our favorite time of the night where we have Name That Star.
Okay, I'm a little reluctant to share this one, but it was probably the most memorable, fun experience that I've ever had in my life. Well, not my life. But nobody will have a clue who this is for or anything, but it's for Utaka, and there's a special reason. He has a problem with male visitors that are undressed. For some reason, they like to jump on Utaka and do crazy things. I don't know why, but Utaka, just in case those guys come back, you can get them with this.
Oh, I get the privilege of doing this one. One time I was in the caf and I was getting some salad. And this is the beginning of school this year, and this girl, I have no idea who she was, comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, Joe." And then I look over at her and she goes, "Wait, you're not Joe." And so I around 5 girls come up and call me Joe, and where's Joe? And are you Joe's brother? That's a new one to me. So we got Joe his black book.
All right, I get the privilege to do Sean here. Where are you? Okay. Well, at the beginning of the year, we're just watching Sean's style of play, and I mean, he has great skill, quick and everything, but he had one problem that he kind of overcame towards the end of the year. He had a bad habit of getting knocked down every time off the ball. He'd run hard to get the ball, do a nice move, but the guy would just come and knock him down. And so it just got to be kind of a joke. Every time he got the ball, he'd just get leveled. So, so we kind of got you an inspirational tape here, Hulk Hogan and the wrestling band. So this is for you, Sean.
This next one is for a player on the team who is an awesome guy, but one thing that really characterizes him would probably be his bedroom. And it's the coolest bedroom I've ever seen. He's an awesome guy, but this color would probably explain a lot about his bedroom. Ezekiel's bedroom has pink carpet, pink curtains, pink bedspread. So we thought to add this collection, pink boxers.
All right. This guy, he came over from another school, which we want to do the same thing that he always says. At the beginning of the game, beginning of the half, whatever, he yells, "Choke him." For whatever reason. I don't know why. Choke him comes out. If we score a goal, choke him. So, got him a little choke.
Well, this next guy, we really didn't know what to do for him. So we just knew one thing, is that this guy loves tattoos. Or he has them anyway. No one else does, so anyway. But we went to Aaron Brothers, and they're so expensive, so. Even for the rub-on one. So we know he likes music, so we went to the store. We got him his own little
Sorry about that.
So this guy, there's so many things we could have bought. This guy's incredible. He's one of the funniest guys I ever met. I don't know why, but I'm a senior and I go down to this guy's room just for fun. He's a freshman. I love hanging out with him. I don't know why. There's a problem with this guy. And I think this has really helped him when I come to the room all the time. It's air freshener. He really smells. All right, this last one is just kind of an interesting one here. It wasn't really until this year I really noticed it, but every practice, coach would walk around with a hammer in his hand, and he'd go around and he'd place all the divots, and he'd just walk around with that hammer and just fix the goalposts and everything. And this was kind of funny, and it would be really funny after a bad game we had, because he'd be walking around with his hammer talking to us, and he'd hit his hand, and so it was just pretty funny. So we all got this hammer for you and signed it for you.
Have to kick this off.
That's it.
Yeah, that's neat. Thanks, guys. That's my favorite part of the awards thing. I enjoy it every year. And you know, this year wouldn't have been possible, and you saw the team building we had in Utah and Arizona, made a little bit of the spirit of the team, and just a lot of things that we've been able to do through this for these guys. The 2 road trips, 2 sets of jerseys. We added some permanent equipment to our program, the drinker that we had there on 100-degree hot days. Boy, ice cold water coming out of there as fast as you can drink it we cherish that, and it's good for our safety of the guys. You know, just the many extra things. The training camp is a lot of extra. We've been able to hire a really excellent staff. We're able to help send some of them to the National Soccer Conference to represent Viola, enrich their training as individuals. There's been so much we've been able to do. Really, it's doubled our budget, the fundraising. A major part of that has been Rich Winger. Rich, you've done so much to just enrich our team, the individuals. You've loved them like a father. And when their parents are out of the state, you adopt them as sons. You put them up in the summer for education. You've just done so much for our program. And you love coaches unconditionally, especially the day after. It's been a neat friendship. Rich, you've been sensitive to your role. You've ministered to parents. You've helped parents make choices and come into Viola. You've done so much. You have such a giving spirit. You have that big heart that Troy took from you. I know. And I appreciate it so much, and I wanted to do something special this year. And for all your service and all your ministry, your great rewards are ahead of you, Rich. But right now, we wanted to recognize that. Rich Winger.
This isn't fair. Because every one of you parents and grandparents should be up here. And girlfriends and fiancés. And what a life. You know what? How blessed we are. And I thank each one of you for sharing your kids with Susie and I. And when I give them hugs, I get hugs back, and it's so. And it wasn't just me doing it, it was you guys writing a check. And you guys putting up with me reaching into your back pocket over and over and over again. And you've just raised awesome kids. And this team is a team because of the kids. And thanks for 5 wonderful years. Coaches, thank you for putting up with me. And for parents. And for all the girlfriends who I had to hug. And just to let you know, our house is always open. And if you don't come down, I'm going to come and get you. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being who you are, and I love you.
You know, I almost got my whole family here tonight. They're special people, and that's been a wonderful a wonderful partner for me over the years, and I was fortunate to come to Viola and meet such a wonderful woman. And she's unconditional, and she really loves boys. She's enriched my ministry. For all my meanness and toughness and intensity, she has all the love and passion and kindness for the boys, and they sense that in the home, and they say, if a woman like this can see something in Coach, and I want to hang it. And I love you, Pat, and I just thank you so much for what you've meant to Viola Soccer and these guys and myself. And I even got my oldest daughter here. It's tough to get my daughters out to a soccer event. My Catherine didn't make it. She wanted to be here. She's in a performance tonight. Pacific Symphony, I think it is, which is almost like a minor league baseball team. God's given them a wonderful gift, and they're doing tremendous ministry to that gift. That's my Elizabeth. That's Suzanne, my oldest. Here, you know Ben and Joe, my youngest, Samuel is here. I can't say enough about the partners that God gave me in this ministry. One of the reasons this group is a team, because you had a team of coaches that were a team. They committed to each other and played their role and supported each other. That doesn't happen, I think, in sport a lot. I think there's a lot of just their personalities to compete and to be number one. It's neat to get a staff that really does love each other, trust each other, and commit to each other. Sometimes it's tough love. But we're fortunate to have, I'm fortunate and Viola's fortunate, and by God's grace we just got some great people in our program that are impacting our boys, and I just want to thank them. I've tried to express that thank with riches and many of your help in some money that helps them pay their bills, but also in other activities that they're participating to enrich our experience here at Viola. Eric, thank you very much. Deborah, you're awesome. Letting him go and just sharing him with us. He's just been a great addition to our program. His youth is needed. These guys don't need a gray-haired old man all the time. They need that youngster to let them play any music they want to play. Allowed the upperclassmen to get in the other van the last 2 years, and the freshman and sophomore suffer with me. It's always amazing how they pack more guys in the van with less seats than the van with more seats. But if you come with me, you always get fed. Right, Rich? All right, thanks, guys. And Mike, you're awesome. Mike's just really ministering. You got a full-time job, didn't you, Mike? Over to junior high? Almost. You're going to get it, or they're making a mistake on that. The two ladies in the front office are awesome guys. Parents, they just do so much for us. They cover a lot of my mistakes. And setting up the van travel and just the eligibility, it's quite a job to do all this stuff. And I just really appreciate what Wanda and Karen are doing. And we have an expression of our appreciation that we'll be giving them later this week. And Kim Carlson, our sports information director, and all the work he does in the Hall of Fame is not on his job description. Many of the things he does for us out on the field are the administration, none of it's in his job description. He's a sports information director. He's really pulling a lot of weight. You know, and what's best is kind of like John. He really loves the kids. I mean, he really enjoys being here. It's neat to have Kim around. And if you have a chance, maybe a note or an expression to him would really be appropriate. He's just done a lot for our program, and I really care for him. Darryl Long is consistent every time the clothes are washed, and sometimes those whites were washed 3 and 4 times. And he just took a lot of pride, a lot of love for the guys in doing that, and I appreciate what he's done. Rich has not been the only one that's backed us up with prayer and unconditional support. There's been all the parents have done that. We're fortunate to have that. And we've had some parents that are fortunate to be in the area, and they've opened up their homes. Just the Newmans in Fresno, I mean, we just have great memories. The ping pong around the table, and man, the tip, it's just, it's awesome. In that we just have great memories to take with us because of Blair's choice of college and being with us and bringing his mom and dad along in that. The Wades, the Reynolds, the Munoz, your love for the kids is impacting them. And thank you very much for opening up your homes and doing that for the boys. I just thank you so much. And, Susan was so comforting, and I went to the hospital and drove us there, and her daughter picked up the pizza and took care of us then. And that's what it's all about. It's Christianity. And I thank you so much for doing that. We're going to spend some time in sharing. It'll be a two-phase program. You'll have the opportunity to share, guys. If you want to say something to a senior in public, this is the time to share about any of the seniors. And then we're going to have them all come up and pick up their jersey, and then they can, if they want to. It's their last shot at us, guys. So give it all you've got in that. So this is our senior sharing time. And so if you would want to share, would you please come up to the podium and do your sharing up here.
Well, since nobody's going up, I got to take this opportunity. This might be the first pickle out of the jar. I'm Guy Newman. I'm Blair's father. Most of you know that. I just wanted to take this opportunity, Coach, to thank you. Thank you in many ways for looking after Blair, being his dad away from home. This is primarily addressed, though, to those of you who will be returning to Biola next year and to those parents. If you've had a glimpse of what God is doing in the lives of these kids, and I can tell you that in the same way, God has made a real difference in our lives, Susan and I, since we've been parents at Biola. The relationships and the friendships that we've made, the opportunity that we have to witness, it is uncanny, the ability and the opportunities that God has given us to witness about Christ and also about Biola since we've been here. And I'd just like to challenge those of you who are coming back next year to hang in there. God will make a very incredible difference in your life by you being a part of Biola. And thank you, Coach.
I'm not a good public speaker, so just want to thank all the parents for coming out and supporting us. We could not have done what we do without your support. Saw your cheering, saw your tears sometimes from the pain that we went through. But I personally want to take the time to thank the seniors for what they did for me this year. They changed my life. Coming here by Lola, they changed my life. This is my third college, and I'm still a sophomore. So I've been through the Cal State system, I've been to JC, and this school is like the best school out of all. So I know that God had a plan of me coming here by all the meetings, this great group of guys, and all the parents that just gave me the tons of support, especially like the wingers. They were like my second parents, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You guys really encouraged me when I was out, and I didn't feel like I made much of an impact until I heard some stuff that you guys made some comments about me, and it made me want to practice even harder. And I want to thank the seniors, though, for, like I said, all the good times that we had, for cutting me some slack so I wouldn't do some stuff that the freshmen did. But I thank you guys for wherever we went and spent good time, so all the bonding we did. Especially Tommy and Kendra, you guys are like my counselors. I went through a lot of problems, and I could not have made it without you guys. Without you guys and your love, like the Lord, that you guys made me and had like His knowledge to grow closer to God. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Good luck in the future.
love you. And I don't mean to single one out, but our captain this year, Nate Wright. I mean, we all know Nate for the fun-loving, giggly guy he is. And boy, it's inspirational to hear that. But you want to hear tough love. Nate Wright wanted to get the best out of us. Nate Wright was going to do anything he could to get the best out of us. And I mean, coming into Biola, I had heard nothing but nobody's ever seen Nate Wright mad. Nobody's ever seen Nate upset about anything. And this year, I mean, coming in at halftime, if we weren't performing to the best of our ability and that Nate knew we had, he'd let us know it. And I mean, I think I'm kind of like Nate in that I'm not afraid to holler a little if I know we have more. And Nate would let us hear it. He was not afraid to hold back, but to tell you the truth, after every time he'd yell at us, he'd reassure us that he loved us. And it's hard for a guy to say this to other guys, but I mean, during halftime of an intense soccer game, he'd say, I love you guys. But in that also, he'd just be inspiring us to be better people, to be better athletes. And I mean, I can't say enough about Nate. Anytime I talk to people around campus, boy, Nate's the best captain I've ever been under. And I've been through a lot of programs, and just God showing through Nate was amazing. And everything he did, it was just giving his best for the Lord, for our team, just for everything here at Biola. And I mean, it was a great season. And Nate, I just want to thank you a lot.
Not too ironically, I actually wanted to thank Nate. As a freshman on the team, sometimes it gets kind of tough. I can remember having a bad day in practice and not feeling too good about myself, and Nate coming over and giving me a pat on the butt and saying, keep it up, you know, you're doing good. And it's just really encouraging. And it's been good getting to know my older brother this year. You know, I don't know, as kids you just fight all the time, and then but now it's more mature, and it's been really good to see another side of him and really getting to know him and learning from him. Learn off from him. Good point for the dad too. It's a fun experience, but I've really learned a lot this year, and I look forward to the next 3 years I have here playing with everyone who's going to be left here. So thanks for the good year, and thanks for me.
I don't know if everybody has a chance, has the same chance as me, but I've got, in the last 2 years I lived with every guy that's a senior on this team. Blair last year and the other 4 this year. And last year was a really awesome experience because I didn't get stuck on one of the freshman floors, so I got a kind of like some leaders on my floor, and Blair was one of them, and he really showed me, he gave me some advice last year, and he talked to me about stuff that a lot of guys wouldn't talk to other guys about, and a lot of guys wouldn't open their hearts about. And Blair's just really been a big inspiration to me this year. I've never seen a guy who doesn't ever stop smiling. Like, no matter what. He breaks his arm and he's smiling. Like, I don't know anybody like that. And this year the other 4 guys have just been a huge inspiration to me because of their hearts out there. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gone through as much as Nate this year and Troy the year before. And it's just an awesome testimony to see that love and that trust in God that God's going to take you guys through this, and I hope that God can give me that strength throughout my career that you guys have shown. And I really think you guys will.
Excuse me, my sniffle a little bit, I'm real sick. But we talked earlier about having such a great team this year, and I believe the reason for that is because of our 5 seniors. And, I've grown a lot coming here these last 3 years. It's been really tough on me, and I mean, Troy was his guard through, and Nate, just what an awesome leader you are. I mean, Blair, just, I mean, like now our 7th year together, high school and everything. And you guys have just made a tremendous impact on my life, and on and off the field, man. I just want to make sure all you guys know how much I love you, and I thank you to my one of you.
This year, I've been known as the transfer from the Azusa. And I don't know if that label's ever going to leave me, but it's interesting because so many people come to me and say, hey, what's the difference between Azusa and Viola? And the difference between Azusa and Viola for soccer is so evident, it's not even funny. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I think most of it has to do with our seniors. The humble attitudes that you guys have. It's night and day. I mean, those guys are looking for awards, they're looking for self-interest, and you guys are looking to glorify God. And for me as a sophomore and everyone underneath you guys, it's just such an inspiration. You guys are great leaders, great role models, and for the first year that I've been here, it's just been such a privilege. So thanks, guys. I've had a chance to go and talk to every single one of these seniors one-on-one, not just talk about how's your day going, how's life, but talk that has impacted my life. And there's one guy especially, was Troy, coming in last year. Troy brought me under his wing as an older brother. Coming in, not living on campus, Troy let me stay in his room whenever I wanted. Sleep on the couch, sleep in his bed, wherever it was. Doesn't matter. And I want to thank Troy for that. And I'm a fiery guy on the field, and sometimes I might get out of line. And Tommy, I want to thank Tommy for taking me aside sometimes and talking to me and settling me down. And even though Tommy I might not appreciate at the time, I really do. And I want to thank you. Blair, having a chance just to laugh with you. I mean, the guy is always laughing, always smiling. Never a bad day, never a bad moment in Blair's day. Blair, just for your attitude, your work ethic, and it's just inspired me. And for Nate and Ben, Benny, I know you're going through troubles right now, and I know you're going to make it through, whatever it is. I got your back, and I'm with you all the way. All right? And just for, I don't know, baseball talks. I mean, being out there sharing some times in Kansas with you was great. Being able to play baseball with you is unbelievable. Nate, manage your words. I mean, loving every single one of us. Good times, bad times, you're always there for us, no matter what it is. And being able to play 2 sports with you is unbelievable. Having you out there is amazing. Looking forward to a good year in baseball this year. Thank you.
I just want to thank everyone on the team and everyone that's involved in this program. I came here 2 years ago, and I tried out, and I got cut, and I thought I was going to be excluded. But everyone on the team included me, like, hey, you want to go hang out? Come with us. And I felt like, I don't know, like, I felt that being on the team or not being on the team would make me not their friend or something. But they weren't about if I was on the team, but they were looking at me as who I am. And I just want to thank you so much because, like, I come from Japan and it's so far and I feel homesick sometimes, but your friendship and your love for me just make me want to come out and try out. And I tried out 3 times and it's so worth it. And I've grown so much as a soccer player also, but also a Christian. Like, just seeing you guys with the awesome spirit for God, and I just wanted to thank you so much and all the things. Thank you.
I know I'm a senior and everything, and it's been 5 years, so I feel like I could come up here and say something. And tell Coach what to
You want the glasses? You want the hammer or the glasses?
It's been a great privilege to play with all you guys. It's you guys that make the team as well, and without you guys, you guys are just as much a part of my life as I feel that you guys think I am to you. And just going through so much, and you guys accepting me, even though I'm hurt, whatever. It's a team, and it's just shown so evidently through the way that us as a team come together and just show each other love. And I don't know, at other programs and higher levels, you see people who are selfish, people who want to do things on their own. But this team, I think any one of us would help someone achieve something. And I think this room is full of achievers. And I just want to thank the seniors especially. And being able to play with them as I did, it's been a great experience. And I could go on and share for days, but I just want to thank each and every one of you, Nate, Tommy, Blair, Ben. It's been a great experience, and you guys have meant so much to me, and everyone else on the team. It's been awesome. Awesome 5 years, and I wouldn't change a thing of it. Ankle, anything. I've just grown so much under Coach, under Schultz, under Mike. It's been amazing. And freshmen, sophomores, juniors, just take these years as a powerful thing, a life-changing experience. Just take it for what it's worth. Thanks, guys.
Back up here, number 9. 3, 14, 8, 4. You take your jersey home, it's all wore out. Some of these Troy's jersey looks like it's been through a war.
It was him last year.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Those jerseys. Been through the war. Hey, here's your captain's award. Obviously, there's captains that take the top at the first of the game. You are a true captain. Congratulations.
I guess I'll go first. I'm just really grateful to be able to have the opportunity to commit to playing for Biola, and just really grateful for all the memories that I'll have, all the fun times with you guys on the team. I'm just like watching that video. That video was awesome, Ben. And that just really brought it all together and showed what a meaningful experience it's been. And I'm just really grateful for the chance to play and be a part of all of this. And one thing in particular, just being able to go into the homes of some of the parents around here, that was awesome. And for me to have the opportunity to do that and be a part of something so fun, I just wouldn't have been able to do that in any other context, I don't think. So that's something I can think of right now, but thanks.
There's so many things. I don't know. Just first of all, it's just awesome to be here at Biola and to get to play soccer here with each one of you guys is awesome. It's different than any other program I've been in, and everyone who's in it knows just what it means to be here at Biola, playing for God, and it's just an awesome experience. But and I want to thank my parents so much. Driving up every weekend. The second semester just seems so lonely without you guys. Because I see these guys every weekend, and it's just, I don't get to see them every weekend. So I just thanks for your dedication and your love for me, and I love you guys so much. So, but I don't know, my close friends up here, I've gotten to live with Troy and gotten close with Tommy and Ben and Nate, and there was a lot of us that started off together our freshman year, and they're not in the program anymore, but those guys are my close friends too, and I just thank God for bringing them here to play soccer, because three of them are my good close friends. One's down in San Diego now, but two of them I live with, and they're just awesome. Not forgetting, and but those, I'm just glad that they had the opportunity to be here, just even if it was for that 1 or 2 years. But I mean, my relationship with them is just so close as it is with these guys too, and just all the experiences. It's just been so much fun, and I thank Coach for everything, and just encourage you guys. And the one thing that I did love that Mike kind of talked about was just how this year everyone was close together. It did not even at all seem like the seniors and freshmen were far apart, and that's what I liked the most about this year, about the team. So thank you guys. Miss you.
Well, I could have a lot to say too, so now I'm picking out, the most important thing to me. I've been around Biola soccer forever. Since I was 7 or 8, being the ball boy and hanging around. Something I always wanted to do. Dad, he just, out of high school, there's a lot of choices I could have made to go to college, and it wasn't even hard. Because I saw people that came through this program. I saw the lives change and what they did. It's something that I had to go through. I would see my dad come home when I was younger, and he'd be so mad if they lost. Because I had to play. I want to help them win. My mom and dad, thank you. And both Lordy and sister and Ken and all my brothers and sisters. Joe. My teammates. I'm the kind of person you don't like to play with. I yell a lot. But my yelling is out of love. And if I ever offended you, it wasn't because I was trying, because I wanted to win. And I wanted to help you win. And I know sometimes I wasn't the best player out there, but just thank you for putting up with me. And it's hard to go through an injury. I played for 11 years and never had something happen like that. And I thank the guys that came over the next day and became Brad and they brought me magazines to read and all kinds of candy and anything to try and cheer me up. It was hard. I couldn't move away. They made it comfortable for me. Like you guys, Jeremy and Joe, there, too. But it's over and I can't believe it. Supposed to win the national championship. All played in my head, but it didn't really happen that way. But I know God did things for a reason. I don't question him about my injury. I don't get sad. I'm not sad about my injury. But I'm just going to put up with it and do my best. And live. Because God did it for a reason. And just if you guys ever go through a hard time, just remember that God's there and He gives you people in your life that help you through it. That's all.
He said he was going to go on forever, so I thought I'd just come up here for a second. I know I talked about the players already, so I'm not going to talk about you anymore. The parents, just every single one of you guys, always, coming up, giving us hugs, just doing so much for us. The Munozes, Wade, Fresno, people. It's been amazing. Guys traveling from so far away, people coming from San Francisco, people coming from San Diego every game. It's been amazing, the support that we have. More people at UCI, of all places, a D1 school who, supposedly has this top quality soccer team, and we have more people there. It's awesome. And I just want to especially thank my parents, my family. I think they only both combined missed 2 games or 3 games out of my career, out of the 5 years. They came even when I wasn't here. I think maybe they missed 2 games when I wasn't playing last year. So it's been just awesome, the support. I love you guys from the deep down bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go try to talk about some lighter subjects so I don't start crying. I'll get on to the deep stuff. But first I'd like to thank Phil and Mike who taught me what it was all about to play Bible soccer. Thank you guys. You guys taught me how to play, and you showed me that, everything what Bible soccer is about, showing heart, commitment to winning, and glorifying God through your actions. So thank you guys. Thanks for coming. And I'd like to go to the coaches. Coach, there's so many things I could say about you. You're such a wonderful man of God. I couldn't say more about you. You're such a wonderful man of God. You respect everybody. You love everybody. And I don't know why players are scared of you, Coach, but I had the unique opportunity to talk to Coach so many times, and I encourage every one of my players that are under me this year to happen to talk to Coach as much as you can. He loves you guys, and he cares for you deeply. So thank you, Coach Hoare. You've been like a second dad to me. Coach Schultz, thank you for all the wonderful talks we had in the van. I can't describe those talks, but they were certainly one of the most wonderful times that I've had, Coach. Thank you for just being like one of the kids. I appreciate it very much. Coach Schilzer, thanks for putting up with me because I'd have to admit that I was the biggest complainer about silver drills. That's my nickname for him. Eddie must have got sick of me going, oh, geez, silver drills, pass the ball. And I'm just like, but you know what? I thank you for putting up with that and making me a better player because everybody knows that I have no touch. And I'm just running out there going crazy. But thank you so much for making me a better player and doing that for me. Thank you. Then I'd like to move on to the freshman guy. You may think I hate you, but I really don't. I love all you guys so much. I wouldn't do those things to you if I didn't love you. You guys were so great. Kama running down the hall after you. Thank you so much for putting. I don't know what you're doing running after us in the first place. That was the stupidest thing. And I'll always remember that time. Thank you guys for putting up with that. Sophomores and juniors, I could go through the list. I mean, Kevin, I love you so much, man. You're so awesome. I said it in Utah, and I'll say it again. You're probably my favorite player to watch out there. You are so intense. You're like, I don't know, you're 5'7", and you're just in there and you're drilling guys, and you lay it all on the line. That hit where you hit the guy in the score, oh, that was an all-time favorite. Thanks, Kevin. Steve, just for your love for the game, your intensity, you're just a fun-loving guy. I love walking down the hall and seeing you do something stupid. I love it. Brad, your godliness is wonderful. It's such a blessing to have someone leading chapel going up there that you know is sincere and loves God. Thank you so much, Brad. And thanks for Nebraska. I love rooting with you. Friends, I didn't even know who you were when you came. I didn't know anything about you, but what I've seen from you, I think you could start for almost any other team in conference the way you played. The way you stepped up in practice was unbelievable. It was so awesome to see you. Try your best when you're under the best keeper in the league and continue to get better no matter what. It was so awesome to watch you. Thank you, Dave. Then we got Jamin and Dave. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being my next door neighbors and talking to me and just putting up with me. You know me coming in the middle of the night saying, well, I got to share the story. These guys are right there. They know all about it. A week ago, I woke up at 12 o'clock at night, and I thought it was 7 o'clock in the morning, so I started getting ready for school. And these guys righted me right away. Thank you guys for helping me. Thank you so much. And Mark, thank you for your competitive spirit. It's brought so much out in me. Seeing you give it all on the field and reduce the game, I mean, you're making miraculous saves, but nobody probably knew that you were hurt that whole time. Thank you so much for putting up, playing for us no matter what the cost. Thank you so much. I forgot. Oh, Eddie. Eddie, I don't know if there's any words to describe your kindness, your gentle spirit. It's so much fun to be with you. You're such a kind person. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Except for the seniors. Troy, your heart for soccer, your heart for everybody on the team. I mean, to see you battle through what you've done, what's happened, and how you continue to push others to be the best, in the weight room yelling, pushing guys to be the best, at the same time while you're benching and doing everything else. It was just amazing to watch you. Thank you so much, Troy. Tommy, and your kindness through your actions, you never really talk that much. I mean, you do. I mean, you're the nicest guy. Like, when I'm mad, you come up to me, calm me down. You're the nicest person, Tommy. And Kendra, you're getting a great guy. This guy's awesome. Blair, I remember the days before I met Shasta, I was in your room every day, and you probably hate me because after that I was never there. Still be my friend. Thank you so much. I'll always remember those times, Blair. Thank you so much for inviting me over to your house and just putting up with me. Thanks. Blair, how are you, Finn? I've had the greatest experience with you in the last 3 years. I mean, in Kansas this summer, I had the greatest talks with you. I thank you so much. Finn, you're my favorite athlete. I've never had someone that pushed me so hard to be better myself because I'm looking at Finn and I go, this guy's amazing. How can people play against this guy? This guy's awesome. He's the greatest athlete ever known. You're my hero, Finn. Thank you. Glory be to good guy. Then I'd like to thank all the fans. You guys are awesome. I'm probably the worst at saying thanks to the fans because I'm the first to walk over to the corner to my parents and just kind of be by myself and stuff like that. But I can't thank the Wingers, the Wades. I don't really know the Morgans, but I hear you guys. Thanks. The Newmans, the McRaes. I mean, getting to know the Palmas. Just everybody. It's been. This is Orr. Thank you for coming to all the games. And just keeping Coach Orr in line. And the Munozes. Nacho putting up with my driving skills in Kansas. But there's someone I really like to thank. And I don't know why, but he means a lot to me, and that's Donnie Flowers. This guy comes to games like
2 hours early. I don't know what he's doing there. So, come on, Dave, we're going to score today. He's like, he's so, John, thanks so much for coming to all the, I mean, you go to every game, not just the guys' games. This guy's at the girls' games also. 2 hours early. Kevin, what's your dad's job? Thank you so much. And I really like to hear your name. And then my parents, I started soccer when I was 10 years old, and my dad has been to every game. He's coached me every game. He has put up, with so much for me, and he's loved me so much. He's taught me everything I know about being a godly leader on the field, and everything I know about soccer. Thank you so much, Dad. And my mom, but if you don't know, my mom's had cancer, and you can know it because she's so joyful all the time. But she's overcome it, and I thank God for that. But I thank God that she's been just a great example of godliness. Every night, leading the family in devotion, loving me, even though I always go with my brothers and try to play Nintendo or something stupid instead of devotions. So thanks, Mom, for being the true example of courage. Thank you so much. And most of all, I just like to thank God for the game of soccer. So often we just lose sight of that. You get to play soccer. It's fun. It's great. And I love everyone here. Thank you so much for putting up with me. And I can't think of a school that, I mean, I never wanted to come to Biola, truly. I never did. You know what? I met Coach Orr, and for some reason my dad was pushing me to Biola instead of Masters, even though he teaches there. And with Dad and Coach Orr, it's been a blessing to come to Biola, and the last person that put up with me probably the most that I love deeply. Thank you so much, Shasta, for after the games when I'm mad and I wanted to, and you let me punch you in the arm. You go, what's going on? And you love for me, you care for me, you drive to every game, and then on the way home you go, please don't fall asleep. I fall asleep. You wake me up when we get back to Biola and you just say you love me and thanks for playing a great game. Thank you so much for loving me. And so, I just want to thank, I don't know, but this year has been one of the greatest years of my life. God has worked through me because of all you people. I'm not a good captain. You guys made me a good captain because of your just following me and loving me. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. We got a gift for Coach. I had no clue what to get him. So the hammer was my idea. But Ben said you like flame jumpers, and I didn't know what zebra cakes were, or I would have got you a busload of those. But we got you interested in the flame jumper. Thanks so much, Coach.
I kind of got spoiled over the years because I've always had a son to do the filming, and just I kind of got caught a little flat-footed. I didn't realize how difficult it was to get a volunteer to do the job and really do it well. And fortunately, I didn't ask Pat. She just started doing it on the side. She'd have some memories probably of her son's last year. And, it turned out to be really good for us to have memories for a long time about this season. So thanks, Pat, for doing that. I know that Don contributed and Dee contributed in this area so that Benny could make the films. And Blair, I think Blair has a lot of good film this year. So on behalf of Ben and his project here, I want to thank you guys so much. He does, I think he finished about 2 o'clock today. And he was able
That's so good.
Able to do a few tapes today, so if you want to tape, I wouldn't let him sell them to you at cost, so he's going to charge you Coach Orr's price, so it'll be $15 for a tape. If you want, you can take one tonight. If we run out and there's not enough, then I think he has some order forms and he'll send them to you. in that. Thanks so much for coming tonight. By being here tonight, you enriched this experience for the guys and made it memorable. And I thank you all for your contribution to our program. I wonder if Rich, if you'd come up and dismiss us from the
Dear gracious Father, we do thank you for health and talent and skills that you've given each one of these young men, and the hearts that you've given them for the love to you. We thank you for the coaches who've given their time, their energy, and for all the insights they have in each one of these young men. And the fact that their hands have laid touched on these guys will affect their lives for the rest of their years. For the parents, the grandparents, what an awesome group of people. It's only because of you. We all have one thing inside us. It's our Lord Jesus Christ. For without you, Lord, none of this is possible, and none of it has any meaning. So we thank you for this evening. We thank you for the memories. And we thank you most of all for your love. In Jesus' name.